Just how many students, teachers, and staff are absent from the school in your neighborhood? It's a question many families and area residents are asking as they try and get a handle on just how many COVID cases there are in their classrooms and communities. Well, today, the province began sharing data that paints part of the picture.
We want to increase information access to parents during a period of, uncertainty around the world.
As of today, parents can go online and find out just how many students and staff are absent from their child's school, though families hoping the data provides a clear indication of how many cases of COVID are in a school are out of luck.
Absence data doesn't necessarily mean, and in fact, in many cases does not mean, that those absences are related to COVID-19.
The province is no longer publishing the number of COVID-19 cases in schools, and some doctors are critical of the new plan to share data that may or may not be COVID-related.
It's better than nothing, but really what they should be doing is reporting to parents what's going on in their schools. A lot of parents need this information. People have vulnerable family members at home. It'll help them decide whether it's safe to send their kids to school or not.
The data released each day is a reflection of the absenteeism from the day before. Today we learned that on Friday, 337 schools across Ontario had 30% or more students and staff absent. 72 of those schools were located right here in Toronto. For example, Ord Street Public School in downtown reported that 88% of its school population was absent. It's up to local public health units to try and break down the data and measure the risk in each school.
It's trying to look at that information and try to figure out exactly what it means.
While the province isn't reporting COVID cases in schools, the TDSB will be taking steps to notify families.
Each and every positive case, as confirmed by a PCR test or rapid antigen test, will be shared with that directly impacted class.
However, if a child is exposed to a classmate who has a confirmed case of COVID-19, new provincial guidelines mean that is no longer considered a close contact.
Generally, a class will not be dismissed for COVID cases within the classroom unless public health officials notice a trend.
It's all designed to support in-class learning and reduce risk, which we think is so important. As children get back to class, we want them to stay in class.
This virus is airborne. That means one case in a classroom is enough to infect everyone else in that classroom. So definitely, parents should be informed if there's any cases.
Hundreds of schools in Toronto and across Ontario didn't send in their absentee data to the province, and officials tell us they're working with those schools to ensure they share their numbers in the days ahead. I'm Adrian Gobriel for City News.